welcome back to my channel. This is sort of a Breyerfest 2021 final thoughts. I think I was just like so excited when I opened my box. I feel like I left a lot of things out, and then being excited over the glossy and then slightly disappointed over the decorator model. I felt like there was a lot of things that I didn't say that I wanted to, so this is just sort of final thoughts. I'm just gonna go over Breyerfest weekend overall for me. So first thing Friday morning, because I'm in Hawaii, I had to set my alarm. I didn't want to get up or be right when everybody was getting on to have their special runs revealed, like right at 10. So I waited, and I naturally get up at like 5:15 to go take care of my horse anyways. So I just, set my alarm for 15 minutes early just so I could relax with my tablet and just check it out, because I wanted to see what special runs I got first. But then as I thought about it, I was like, you know what? I had such a hard time last year. All I wanted was a cheesecake. That's all I wanted. But all I was able to get in Matt was Top Gun. And it was just because it was like in desperation on Saturday because I wasn't able to get anything to stay in my cart. So first thing, Friday morning, I woke up and immediately went and bought Apollo. So I was like, whew, okay, that's out of the way. Let's go check special runs. Clicked on it. I'm gonna post a screenshot of what I saw. And when I first started to scroll down, I saw Grand Cavallo, and I was like, oh, yes. Oh no, is in my brain, I don't know why, I thought when I was looking at Peshmerl that it might be the bull, Knossos, and I was like, oh no, please, because I don't think I would have got him at all. I don't collect anything but the horses. So thankfully, I had Grand Cavallo, Peshmerl, and then the two surprises down at the bottom. I knew I wanted them all, no question about it. So I put those in my bag, checked out, no issues. So there I am. It's 5:15 in the morning, barely. And I was like, okay then. Well, that was easy. Oh gosh, I feel like this whole weight was lifted. Like I wasn't stressed worrying about if I was going to get some of these models or not. And then I didn't know if the special run situation was going to be slower processing just because everybody was on the website at once. But no, not for me. It was blissful, and I just felt relieved. So I got up and got ready to go to the stables to see my horse, and I started listening to the live broadcast or the demonstrations in the car. So I was able to see the draft horse one, and that was really, really awesome. And I just loved being able to enjoy the live broadcasts, because I feel like last year I didn't, because I was spending so much time refreshing and trying to get things into my cart that I didn't enjoy these other live things that they had going on. So I had that playing on my phone, and then the live broadcast when it started playing on my phone while I was grooming my horse, getting tacked up. Had my phone, I had this little it goes on my belt, like a little pouch for my phone while I was riding, just sort of listening to some of it. And it was really nice to just enjoy it like that. Just be there at the stable super early. I'm the only one there most times. There's only one other person that comes to muck that early. But yeah, just listen to the live broadcast. Totally enjoyed it. Got home, set it up on my tablet over breakfast. And it was just so enjoyable to sit there and eat. And because of our time, it was so behind. So when Breyerfest was done for the day, it was almost like, lunch, a little before lunch for me. And so it was nice to just spend my morning enjoying the live broadcast, and I loved it. It was great. And I'm assuming I cannot be the only one whose favorite part was the archive room. When they first went in there, I was just like, yes, walk down all the aisles. And they were showing some of the Christmas horses. And it was like she had kind of turned and gone down what I'm assuming is the Premier Club aisle. And that was really cool. I just love seeing all that archive things, and then all the Kelly and Kelly pulling out the different archive horses. That was really fun, and I think that was probably my most favorite part. I did really enjoy watching when they were talking about the special run models and the limited editions, because they had them all lined up on that table so you could actually see them, and it was like, okay, just to get a better idea, because when everything's in pictures, it's, I don't know, harder to tell. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but just got a better perception of the model. And since I'd already purchased everything, I just felt really like, yes, okay, I'm good. And as I mentioned in my other video, they had the glossies of all the limited editions out as well. And just because I got mine in January last year, late January last year, I just didn't feel like waiting for a glossy, and I was like, I'm so glad that I just went and bought Apollo right away, because he was the only one that I really, really wanted, and it worked out. Sadly, after my last video, it was kind of that like deep breath moment as I'm sitting here still on the bed looking at all the models that I just opened, and because I was just like so excited that I went back and took a look at everybody. And my Apollo, which I didn't notice until after I had gone outside to take pictures because the sun had come out, because it had been raining that whole morning that I unboxed everything. Anyways, he has, and I'm gonna post a picture of it, a thumbprint on his knee. And it almost, bear with me, for anybody who's ever painted their nails, you finish all 10 and you sit there, you think, oh, they're probably done. And you pick what finger to try and touch, the side of your thumb, your pinky. I always try to do the last one that I painted, thinking if this one's dry, the rest of them are probably dry, right? So what do? You touch it and look, and what does it leave? Slight little fingerprint, and you're like, oh, they're not ready. Whew. Okay, just don't touch them anymore. That's what this horse looks like. It looks like they were all drying in a row. Someone walked up and grabbed him and said, oh, these aren't dry. And that's the one that I got. So besides discovering that after the video, which was kind of disappointing and sad, he's still gorgeous. I'm looking at him right now. He's sitting on the shelf right behind the camera. You can't tell just by looking at him directly, and I'm still gonna keep him for my collection. It's just, if I ever chose to resell it, has large fingerprint on knee. In description, see pictures. Ooh, yikes, no. So, oh well. So yes, that was a teensy bit disappointing, and I cannot deny my heartbreak over Grand Cavallo, because in the unboxing video, all I could think in my head was, oh my gosh, I don't want to have to try and get this secondhand. Like, I was just like absolutely dreading it. And I couldn't believe how much I was dreading it. Anyways, let's talk about special runs, because for my last video, I apologize because I honestly had no idea. I'm sure you all knew, so this is not new information, but there ended up being 5 beautiful colors for the special run model, and upon checking out the picture for it, I was so happy because I got the one that I liked the most. Of course, I didn't know, and as I said in my unboxing video, I don't know if I should be excited about this or not. Yes, so excited. This is definitely my favorite one. And I was looking at what they were calling some of these. Sorry, I just have my tablet down here, so I'm looking down. But it was interesting to me how they called it a, oh gosh, which one is it? Oh, here we are. Baymax Sabero. And when I looked at this, I kind of thought it was like a strawberry, but I mean, I see it, I get that, but I also thought that Sabero was a marking and not a color. So that was interesting, but I'm still very happy that I got a matte and the glossy, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep both. They're just so gorgeous, and upon closer inspection, they really are so different. And I couldn't bring myself. I saw a couple of people that barely just got their boxes after me, and on Instagram they were like, hey, willing to trade, and they had the champagne minimal splash, and I really liked that one too. I thought it was cute, but to be honest, the only other one that I thought was really like top favorite was definitely this one. Second place favorite was actually the flaxen liver chestnut roan. I thought that one was really, really pretty, and it's rare that you see that that light flaxen on the roan for what Breyer's done. So let's talk numbers. Baymax Sabero, 325 glossy. That's awesome. Besides that purple decorator, I'm pretty sure this is probably one of the most like limited runs that I have. And then for the matte, there was 1,000. So even though this was the one that there was the most of, I'm so glad that I got this one. Just really, really gorgeous. So now that I know all the colors, I'd really like to see who you guys got in the comments below for your surprise horse and who's your favorite, or if you had to do some trading, or if you're just trying to collect them all, which I think is awesome because this is a really lovely mold and they looked super cute on the shelf next to Hall, which I had mentioned from my other video. So I was just, again, just so excited that it was on the Dundee mold. I don't think I would have been as excited if it would have been Wyatt. Maybe the Arabian mare. I love Arabians. I have an Arab, and that would have been fun too, I have to admit. But you know, I can't even say there's always next year. Well, you know what? I had read this wonderful book, and this is sort of, sorry, kind of rolling into talking about next year's theme, Prost, which is, you know, the Germany theme, about the time when Hitler was seizing horses. And it was a really great story about the people that protected those horses and tried to save them from Poland, these other countries. And so it was the Spanish riding school Lipizaners, and then there was a big group of Arabians that they were trying to save from Poland. And I was like, oh, you know, historically, that'd be really cool if they could tie that in, because besides talking about the decorators, that was the other thing that I wanted to talk about. What are some molds that we're going to see next year? And I had said in my unboxing video that I would love to see Gem Twist brought back and used. Well, for me, for any special run, that was one of my first like favorite traditional molds that I got. I should have got him for this video. You know what? I'm just gonna go get him. Just give me a sec. Okay, sorry. So this was one of my first traditional horses when I was a kid. He's very beat up. I definitely played with him, tack and all, and I had called him Chief from back in the day. This is a vintage one, guys. No, I'm just kidding. Vintage to me from when I was a little kid. Anyways, I was thinking how awesome this model would be for a surprise horse, because I think it holds different colors very well. Because I don't conga anything per se, but I do have 3 Gem Twists. So I have him, Chief. I don't know what he was actually called. I'm assuming some sort of gray Appaloosa. And then I also have Biko, and then the fox hunting one that kind of has the paint job that looks like it's been trace clipped down the side, hunt clipped. And so I don't conga anything, but I do have 3 of these, and I would love to see it used again, because it's just could be used for any warm blood. Let's think of Germany. The warm bloods are named by region there, so you could be, for an Oldenburg, that's where the horse was when it was born. You want to drive it across a little county line? Guess what? It's a Holsteiner. Want to drive across another county line? It's a Hanoverian. So it's just going to be warm blood crazy. I'm assuming some ponies and some draft horses, but I would love to see Gem Twist used for a special run, kind of like this year how they brought back the John Henry. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, because let's be real, guys, they used Estado for the volunteer horse. They're not going to use him anytime soon. And how are they ever going to swindle in a sort of Mustang rearing style horse for a Germany one? No, doubt it. So I'm excited for next year's. Sorry, I kind of got off course. I'll go back to talk about the decorators. But Gem Twist would be awesome for a surprise horse, holds different colors well, or a regular special run. Some other models that I was thinking about that I'd like to see used would be Salinero. That was one of the ones that Stormy Strike mentioned in the predictions video for this year's special runs, or excuse me, this year's surprise model. So even if Salinero isn't used for this surprise, I'd like to see it used just as special runs in general. I think that's a really gorgeous model, and for the Germany theme, perfect. Choose a warm blood, gorgeous color. I'd be happy with that. All right, guys, sorry I got off on a tangent there. Let's go back and talk about all the special decorators that came out. So some of these I hadn't seen when I opened the box, but I did know I was hoping to not get the purple one that I got. I have been torn over this horse. I ended up unwrapping it because after the video and I went and took pictures of the other horses, I actually completely edited that video and added in my pictures with just my other horses without this one. And I was like, oh, that's sad. You still got it. Like, take pictures so that people can see it. And I think it's just the mold. I love this mold so much. It is so cute and the face is so sweet. I mean, I can't even with the face. It's just so cute. And I have to admit, sometimes in the right light in the evening when just the lamp is on, this looks like the regular one. Yeah, so I'm still torn over this. But the pictures did come out really nice. So let's talk about some of the others. There was Huffington that had the silver holographic deco. Interesting. 200 pieces made of that. What was interesting for Peshmerl, the one that I got, that was the buckskin, they split it. So it was 1,900 pieces and then they did 950 for each. So that was kind of interesting. I think that's maybe why he was showing up a bit more often on Instagram and stuff. Once I really went and took a look after my unboxing video, I was like, okay, wow, because the numbers hadn't been revealed yet. And then we have Grand Cavallo. That was another interesting one to me too, because they did do the original 1,800 pieces of the liver, and then they added on these 200 pieces to do they're calling it a blue-purple color shift, which I totally get, because when he was out in the sun, I could really see the blue in the paint. In here, he just kind of has that, sorry, the window's right there, really purple. So when I unboxed him, I was just like, whoa, that's purple. I can really see the color shift, but it has to be the right light for this one. Let's see, who else? Then there was Surat, that they did half and half glossy. And just like I mentioned in my unboxing video, I really just wanted Grand Cavallo. So when I did my one preference sheet for both my tickets, I had put that I wanted a couple surprise horses up a little higher. And then for all the other ones besides Grand Cavallo, I really would have loved any of these other ones. Huffington, Surat. The only one that I just really didn't want was the bull. So that was why I kind of panicked when I saw that kind of speckly down in the corner. But thank goodness it was the John Henry. So then they had the bull Canassus with the 200 gold ones, which that was really fancy. To me, that looked like something that could have been just like they were describing from the artwork in Crete. I definitely felt like that gold one could have been on vases or, done in tile work, something really, really pretty. Really went with the artwork theme very well. Then there was Tassili with the barb variation and the Marwari variation. Besides the bull, that was probably the only one that I just really kind of didn't want. I don't really collect that mold, but still gorgeous. And then of course the actual decorator, Pollock, and how we came in the gold with rainbow deco. So it's interesting how they switched it. The rainbow with the gold spots and then the gold with the rainbow spots. Really pretty. Again, like I said before, I don't collect decorators, but even I can admit that that is really gorgeous. And then last but not least is Ansel, the blue roan that they did metallic blue deco. So that metallic blue must be in what my Grand Cavallo is, because after seeing some more pictures of this guy, you can see some of that blue in this. So I thought that that was really cool. So that what he is, that metallic blue, is sort of like a layering, I'm assuming. So overall, really awesome. I really enjoyed getting on social media and really seeing everybody's pictures that they were posting. And so that was really fun. And well, I guess it's been just a little over a week now since I did my unboxing. So it was fun for, you know, a few days there to just kind of like soak in all the bask in the glory of Breyerfest a little bit more, just because I had tried so hard to stay off of social media. And the only couple times that I had gone on there was literally just people texting me to be like, hey, did you see that post I sent you? And I was like, oh yeah, let me go on and look. And so those couple of things that I had seen, it was the first one when I saw Destado as a volunteer horse, and then someone had made a chart, and that was what I had seen, and I didn't see the bottom half that hadn't been discovered yet. So all that they were showing was the Grand Cavallo, the Peshmerga one. I can only see a couple. Anyways, that was so hard. Overall, it was a wonderful experience. I'm very happy with my models. Although the semi-disappointment over Grand Cavallo, it's fine. I understand. I love what they did. It really went with the art theme, and it was so fun going and looking at those other variations. And then once they released the numbers and seeing like what they called some of these colors was really fun too. And the surprise horse, just awesome choice with the Dundee Breyer. Spot on. Really good choice. Beautiful colors. And then again, like I mentioned, let me know below which one was your favorite out of the 5. And really, just so happy with everything. The tiny thread of smaller disappointment was the thumbprint on my Apollo, crying on the inside, but it's okay. So there you have it, guys. My Breyerfest 2021 final thoughts, sort of a little bit of my experience. And I just loved it. I hope that they continue to do this. I would love to be able to participate in a portion of like a virtual Breyerfest next year. I know they wanted to try and do both, and I really hope that that works out. But I would definitely be looking forward to some people's vlogs or experience, like in-person experience videos. And I think that that would really just round it all out and make it feel like an in-person experience, which would be really fun. And this whole Prost theme for Germany is really fun too, and I'm excited to see what they come up with. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I do have one little surprise on the way in the mail that I just couldn't help myself. So I'll probably do a small unboxing video and of that one. And also, I'm excited for the second chance sale. I don't want to like pin too much on that and being able to get anything else, but we'll see how it goes. It was just in one of their posts on Instagram the other day, like, hey, stay tuned for information about the second chance sale. So I don't know if that'll just be another setting my alarm, being ready at the right time, and seeing if I can get anything that I still want. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.